So as you can see on the screen, I have drawn three buildings: factory building, administration building, and selling and distribution building. Does anyone know what happens in these buildings? Okay. So I am writing here raw material. Raw material. When you purchase raw material, where is it transferred?
Factory.
Okay, first it will go to the factory. Okay, that is the correct answer. In factory, imagine there are three floors. Okay, floor number 1, floor number 2, and floor number 3. Okay, now production is taking place in the ground floor. Okay, here you can see some machinery. Okay, this is your machinery. Using this machinery, or this is the laborer. Okay, so either you will use machines or laborers for conversion of this raw material into finished goods. Okay, for production we will use this raw material and we will convert it into finished goods. Okay, so whatever we have produced, finished goods, it will go to administration building. Now whether these goods that we have produced, whether they are of the correct quality or not, it will be tested on floor number 2. Okay, and then quality inspection will be done on floor number 3. After these three processes are done in relation to factory, we will transfer the goods to administration building. Okay, so this is the factory building where actual production takes place. Now in administration building, what we will see is we will do accounting, we will do auditing, we will also incur some legal expenses and all. So those people will not be in the factory building, they will be in the administration building. Okay, so administration building, here we will have lawyers, auditors, accountants and all. Here in factory building we will have laborers. Okay, we will have laborers. I will just write here, we will have accountants, then auditors, then lawyers, then managers, and then board of directors. Okay, so all these people, they will be included in administration building. Now what is the work of the administration? Their work is to give the direction to the processes which are being conducted in the company. Okay, so whatever is happening in the factory building or selling and distribution building, directions will be issued by the administration building. Similarly, whatever finished goods they have received from the factory building, what they will do inspection again on their part and then transfer those finished goods to selling and distribution building. Now, in selling and distribution building, who are the people who are working there? Okay. These are basically MBA. Yes, can anyone tell me which specialization they will have if they are in selling and distribution department? Okay. These are basically MBA marketing people. They are specialized in marketing and all. They are not specialized in other managerial skills, specifically marketing only. So what they will do here is they will do here market research. What is the demand of the product? As per that, they will tell the production department or the factory building that this is the quantity that you have to produce. So they will tell you what is the production quantity. After that, these selling and distribution people, what they will do is they will do marketing of the product, they will do advertisement, promotion and all. Okay, basically they are earning the income for the company. Okay, so these are the three things which the selling and distribution building is doing. Okay, after they have done the market research, after they have told you what is the production quantity, after they have done the advertisement and all, the customer will place a order. This order will be processed by selling and distribution. They will say whether we have the sales quantity or not. If they have, they will transfer that quantity from warehouse or directly from the company. Okay, they will either transport it from the warehouse or directly from the company. So this is the flow chart of whatever expenditure are incurred. Okay, if you have seen what is a cost sheet, this is the way everything is incurred. Now tell me what are the elements of prime cost? What is prime cost? Yes, have you solved a cost sheet? Do you know what is a cost sheet? Okay, if you don't know something, please write in the chat box that you don't know so that I can move forward. Okay, prime cost is
direct labor, direct expenses.
yes, direct expenses, raw material, then direct labor,
direct expenses.
direct expenses.
Direct expenses.
So if you add all these expenses, you will get prime cost. Okay, this is the prime cost which you are going to incur here. Where? In the factory building. Now you used a term just now that it is also called as, yes, what is it is also called as? Direct cost, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Now, why we call it as direct cost? Because this will vary as per your production quantity. For example, I will take 3 examples now. If I am manufacturing 10 units, if I am manufacturing 10,000 units, and if I am manufacturing 20 units. For manufacturing 1 unit, I require direct cost of 5 rupees. Now tell me what will be my direct cost for 10 units?
₹2.
Yes. Will it be 50 rupees?
Yes.
Now tell me for example number 2, what will be the direct cost? Okay, I will explain once again. For production of 1 unit, I require 5 rupees. Okay. So how much will be the cost of producing 10,000 units? For 10 units, it is
50,000.
50,000.
50,000.
50,000.
And for 20 units,
100.
100. So you can see that as your production quantity is changing, in the same proportion, your direct cost is also changing. That is the reason we are calling it as direct cost, or we are calling it as prime cost. Okay, have you understood what is prime cost?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you have to understand, in this factory building, there is also machinery, yes or no? But
Yes.
have we included the expenditure of machinery in the prime cost? Okay, this is the machinery that we are having here. I have just circled it. Here we have machinery. Then here we have the people who are going to assemble or do the packing of the product. Then here we have people who are going to test the quality of the product and all. Tell me, will their salaries be included in direct labor? Yes. Will we include that all in direct labor?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes. No, sir.
Yes. Is anyone trying to say something? I'm not able to hear you. Okay, just first raise a hand and then I will, then please answer. See,
The question repeat कीजिए.
what I am asking is, here we have written as direct labor. What is direct labor? Whatever wages that we have paid to the laborers, right? Where you can see the laborer in this question.
Yes.
See, here is the laborer. He is standing here near the machinery. Now this laborer, he is not going to do the packing. He is not going to do the quality inspection at all. Okay, it will be done by someone else. Okay, it will be done someone who is on floor number 2 and floor number 3. Okay, so tell me whether the people who are on floor number 2 and 3, whether their salaries will also be included in direct labor.
No, sir.
No, right? But we have to include that expenditure. So we will call all the
Yes, sir.
expenditure other than direct cost as overhead. What we will call them?
Overhead.
Okay. Now tell me, what are the 3 types of overhead? It is factory overhead,
Overhead. Office overhead.
administration and office, or you can say office overheads, and then selling and distribution overhead.
Overhead. Selling and distribution overhead.
I have written selling and distribution combinedly because accounting, treatment, absorption and all, it is done combined manner. So, but you have to understand this concept separately. Okay. So now this overhead, if I add overhead into direct cost, I will get total cost. What I will get? Total cost. And
Total
then
cost.
if I add profit in this total cost, I will get selling price. I will get selling price. Okay. Have you understood this? I will just circle this again.
Sir.
So this is your cycle of cost. Huh? This is your cycle of cost. Now let's move forward. Now tell me, in this overheads, we have factory overheads, then administration overheads, and then selling and distribution overheads. Now tell me
Selling
examples.
and distribution.
Now tell me examples of factory overheads, administration overheads, and selling and distribution overheads.
For factory, heating and lighting.
Okay, one by one you will answer. Yes, Anuja, you were saying something. Okay, I have prepared a chart of your entire syllabus of costing. So make sure that you understand this. Even if you understand this chart, you will be able to score good marks in costing. Huh? It includes all the theory, all the practical questions, everything. Okay, this is the most comprehensive chart I have ever prepared. So what are the examples of factory? It is depreciation, depreciation, then
Lighting,
yes, lighting,
factory rent,
factory rent.
factory rent,
Okay,
oil
okay.
and wastage, waste.
3 examples are enough. Now tell me the examples for administration building.
Office rent, depreciation of on office premises.
Depreciation,
Salary
office rent.
on
Yes, important is salary. Then you can
director fees,
audit fees, then director fees and all, right? Okay. So audit fees, director fees, sorry. Then in selling and distribution overheads,
carriage outward,
yes.
carriage outward,
Carriage.
Oh my God, carriage outward. Yes. So what does it mean, carriage outward?
मतलब को जो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का खर्चा होता है उससे गुड्स
Yes. Imagine that
आफ्टर
we have a gate here. Okay, this is a gate. Whatever material is, sorry, whatever finished goods is being transferred from selling and distribution building from here till the gate. Okay, the material is very heavy. A person is not going to carry the same. We are going to load it in trucks and all. So whatever expenditure is incurred for transporting the material from selling and distribution building to the gate, it is called as carriage
outward
outward. Now tell me where we will incur carriage inward.
Factory overhead.
लाने के लिए जो खर्चा होता है वो
Yes,
ट्रांसपोर्टेशन
carriage
का
inward. Is it a factory overhead or is it a direct cost?
डायरेक्ट
Yes, that is correct. It is a
Kind-
direct cost. Whatever we are including in direct expenses. Okay, carriage inward is one of the direct expenses. Okay, because the more material you order, the more will be your transportation expenses. It will be incurred where? When you purchase a raw material from the gate till it reaches the factory building. That will be your carriage inward. Okay. So we have understood what is carriage inward and we have understood what is carriage outward. Yes. Now tell me more examples of selling and distribution overheads.
trading commission on sales,
Oh my God. Yes, that is also a good example. Commission on sales, and you can say advertising.
Salesman traveling expense.
Yes,
Salesman
traveling
traveling
expenses is also a good example. Okay, fine. These many are,
bad debts,
you are giving very good examples. Yes, have you learned this earlier? Okay, fine, no worries. Now I have one question. Tell me whether this overheads, is it a direct expense or indirect expense?
Indirect expense. नहीं
Yes,
नहीं
it-
डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस होगा.
यस, किसको लग रहा है डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस है?
तो मैं बीच में कंफ्यूज हूँ, तो आई एम नॉट श्योर, मैं कंफ्यूज हूँ थोड़ी बार।
ओके, एनीवन एल्स? बताओ ओवरहेड क्या है, डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट है कि इनडायरेक्ट कॉस्ट है?
Indirect cost.
Indirect.
Okay, it is a indirect cost, it is not a direct cost. ठीक है, तो हम डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट में क्या क्या होता है, वापस एक बार, रॉ मटेरियल, डायरेक्ट लेबर, डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस। एग्जाम्पल क्या है डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस का? एग्जाम्पल है कैरेज इनवर्ड। ये हम जब डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट निकालते हैं इसको हम लोग प्राइम कॉस्ट भी बोल सकते हैं। अभी यही प्राइम कॉस्ट में अगर मैं ऐड करता हूं फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड्स तो क्या मिलेगा मुझे? बताओ।
फैक्ट्री कॉस्ट, फैक्टर कॉस्ट, फैक्टर
Yes,
कॉस्ट।
yes, correct. It is called factory cost. Okay. After this factory cost, if I add administration overheads, what I will get? Yes, what we will get? We will get
Cost of production.
yes, that is also correct.
Cost
We
of
will get,
production.
actually, after factory cost, we have already calculated that. So we will call it here as cost of goods sold. Okay.
Goods.
In this, when we add selling and distribution overheads, what we will get?
Total cost.
टोटल कॉस्ट,
We will get cost of sales.
अच्छा,
And
कॉस्ट ऑफ
when
सेल,
we add cost profit in this cost of sales, what we will get finally?
टोटल कॉस्ट, टोटल कॉस्ट,
Profit.
I am adding profit in cost of sales. Will we get cost again if we add profit?
Total cost.
It is your selling price. Okay, what is the value that we are going to sell the unit for? That is your selling price. Okay, so this is the journey of your costing syllabus entirely. Okay, now tell me what are the chapters you learned last year in relation to costing? Do you remember any chapters?
No,
Okay,
sir.
fine. Okay, fine, no worries. In costing too, we are only talking about overheads. Okay, we are only talking about overheads.
Overhead.
This is your costing to syllabus. Now, I have one question. Here we saw the example of lighting. Then we saw the example of factory rent, then office rent. After that, we also saw the example of, okay. Now tell me this light bill. If electricity is taken by the company entirely, will they give you building wise light bill or they will give a light bill for the entire company?
Building wise light bill.
Okay, if they have told that we want the building wise light bill, then they will give you that. And if you have not told them, they will give it for the entire company. After that, factory rent and office rent. Okay, now what I'm trying to say is there is some expenditure that we cannot understand whether it is factory overhead, administration overhead, or selling and distribution overhead directly. For example, we have a coffee machine. Okay, we have a coffee machine. We have installed it somewhere near the gate. Suppose, imagine we have installed the coffee machine here. After lunch, people from the factory building, people from the administration overhead, and people from the selling and distribution overhead, they are going to the this section for drinking coffee. Now tell me how you will divide this expenditure of coffee machine in 3 buildings. Okay, that is what you are going to learn here in this syllabus, how to distribute this expenditure amongst these 3 headings. Okay, these are the 3 headings in which you have to distribute this expenditure. Now tell me, this coffee, is it a direct cost or indirect cost?
It will be indirect cost, I think.
Direct cost.
Yes, it is a indirect cost. What is the other name for indirect cost? It is also called as overhead. Okay, what is it called? It is also called overhead. Yes, is the concept clear now? What is overhead?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I will repeat once again if you want, but just tell me which part you want me to repeat. Okay, there is no problem. I will repeat it 100 times for you. Okay, let me just change the color. Okay, if you want to remember, just remember that only these 3 costs. Okay, only these 3 costs are called as direct cost, and remaining all expenditure is called as overheads. Okay, remaining all expenditure is called as overheads. This is your direct cost. Okay, this you can understand. The more production you do, the more your direct cost will change. But if you are not doing production, even then you will incur some overheads. Okay, let's take an example. Your overheads for 1 year are 10 lakh rupees. How much? 10 lakh rupees. 10 lakh rupees is a total of factory overhead, administration overhead, selling and distribution overhead. Okay. So this 10 lakh rupees, even if we are producing 10 units or 20 units or 10 lakh units, a portion of it is going to stay the same. Okay. Understand that there is also other expenditure such as packing and all. So that is a bit of variable cost that will also change with production. But majority of this expenditure of this 10 lakh, it is, if you want, you can write here that it is either fixed cost or it is variable cost, or it is also semi-variable cost. Okay, so the variable cost will change as per your production quantity. Your fixed cost will remain one and the same the entire year, and semi-variable cost, you have to apply specific methods to bifurcate this into variable cost and fixed cost. Okay. Now understand. Okay, fine. This is, I think the screen is full now. Okay, have you understood everything?
Yes, sir.
So this was a small revision of your entire costing syllabus that we have seen till now. I hope you have enjoyed this session. In the next session, we will start with your chapter number 3, which is accounting of overheads. How to do the accounting of overheads. Okay. Chalo, see you after 5 minutes.